Really good singing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Princes of Azemar, Season 5, Episode 28, The Fall.
All the leaves come off the trees.
That will improve.
I'm usually really good. That's what you guys got me that time. Let's start with a round of intros. In the top left, played by Lily and Alex, we have their twin blacksmith fighters. They're the Eldridge brothers. You've probably heard of them. In the top right, played by our friend and Brandon. You can't hit him. He's too smart. It's Burnham Shortwick. I think my...
Missing now. Oh, wait, never mind. She already got it.
Device property. No, it's correct. Whatever. In the bottom left, played by our friend Bobby, the warlock with more vices than virtues, and also he's a goat, it's Koros Ravenrock.
Yay! You embraced the goatness!
And last but not least, played by Nicole, the paladin of ill mater with the evil twin, it's Irina Kolyana.
Woo!
Lincoln will not be joining us tonight. He's got a bunch of shit to do, so he's doing that. He typically plays Nadam Ilrio Nazir, the fashion dragon, also known as Dirk Courage. We will catch up with him next week. So,
Oh, man.
last time on Princes of Azemar, you all did a bunch of conquering, reconquering, unconquering. You guys beat those orcs back, took back those cities. Pardon? Liberating. That's
The
the
people
word.
of Azemar definitely greeted us as liberators.
Saving West Azemar from the Orcish hordes, taking back those cities, and then driving forward to the city of Zengrada, which the orcs called Kalbror Ro, and making that final assault. But right before you made that final assault, Koros, Burnham, and Nadam were pulled away by Koros' old friend Donavar, who revealed himself to be Tidavilis, Koros' old patron, in disguise. He showed you guys all an ancient Dusk Elf facility that was used seemingly to create various races that now inhabit Azemar. And deep in the bowels of that complex, there was a portal to the abyss that was powering the complex, and that Roosball had somehow been using to channel the power of demons. There was also some sort of connection to Vizir and Devere here, because when the facility's defenses reached out to defend the city, to defend the complex, Vizir and Devere showed up. And y'all
Why
just
does that always happen?
narrowly
No.
escaped.
It's like when you're trying to call your friend, but then you scroll really fast and you accidentally click your X, and you're like, shit, why are they coming here?
Except in this case, one of us literally said, call nearest Dusk Elf, so...
Yeah, I know, but that
You
doesn't
know,
mean that's
we
elf.
sort of deserved it.
It's not fair.
Meanwhile, Theo, Aridin, and Irina led the assault disguised as orcs, first as a sneaky thing, and then went in there and set off an earthquake in the center, disrupting whatever vile machinations Roosball had planned. You see, he had built this massive wall in the center of the city, covered in arcane runes and these channels, lining them with these massive obelisks at each end. And when the attack began, the clouds parted in the sky, the moon shone down, and these obelisks began to glow, and these paths and lines along the wall began to light up, all moving towards the center, this large dome, partially destroyed dome structure in the center.
We should have just killed the moon spirit.
When you guys
No.
headed toward Roosball's Black Castle, a massive demon popped up to fight you, and you guys beat the crap out of that thing. And right before you were going to defeat it,
By we, you mostly mean Arena.
I almost entirely mean Arena.
Pretty much
I kept Arena alive. I kept her alive that one turn.
You kept her alive. I got distracted by trying to do something else.
And right before you're about to defeat this demon, suddenly all of the demons in sight, the shadow demons repairing the things, these massive protection demons, these big fat demons leading the war front, just these 8-inch holes appeared out of space, and the demons were disgustingly sucked into these tiny little holes as they disappeared and vanished. And right then, Aridin got a sending stone message from Koros on your right. Whoosh!
It's on my right, so it's not trademarked.
Koros and Bernum pop out of a teleportation.
Yeah.
Would you say that a song called Portals would play right now?
So how we doing?
We're hurting a little bit.
Were you responsible for what just happened?
You find yourselves standing on top of this massive raised platform. You can see the city below you. This raised area of this wall that divides the city that opened up wider, and in front of you there are several buildings, a barracks, a castle, some other administrative buildings. This massive castle at its four corners has these giant white glowing obelisks that appear to be channeling some sort of energy down from the moon and then along various channels and runes all around the floor around you. Theo is over at the base of one of these. He was fighting some shadow demons, but they were sucked out and disappeared. And Theo has just been taking his warhammer and going to town on this column, breaking it down.
Yeah, we were responsible. Visitor insurance. What the hell's that?
I don't know. And also, Jake, sorry. So the glowing continued when the bitches left. To clarify,
the moon glowing still happening.
I'm just trying to knock this thing over. I'll be like, brava, and see if we can tag team it.
Cool.
So we breaking shit?
Oh yeah, we
breaking
reckon.
Is the obelisk made of stone?
There's arcane runes. I can't read arcane runes.
They're
so
clearly
we're
evil.
just breaking it down.
Burnham, clearly made of
I
some
can
sort of
read that.
stone or crystal.
With arcane runes?
Yes.
I'm good at both of those things. I will walk up and examine the runes as he's breaking it. I'm not going to stop him from breaking it. That's okay.
You
Probably not working that well.
You're seeing only a very small portion of the overall runic symbology of this entire wall. The wall, the floor, the sides are all covered in these runes. You catch things mentioning planes. Briefly.
It might come from somewhere else.
You catch a phrase that you recognize as some sort of elder elemental evil.
Something from one of the elemental planes. Sent by one of the princes, perhaps. Have you heard of the princes of the apocalypse?
No, go on.
No, sounds catchy though.
Do explain.
I feel
We have
like
no time.
it's a bad name. I don't know. I would change it.
Arena genuinely hasn't.
I feel like they,
Truly, I've never heard of it.
I feel
Usually
like they
with
should
some-
change the name before they go on tour.
Princess of Azemar sounds cooler.
Yeah.
We don't want them to become that. No.
Hey, real quick, Arena, I'm gonna toss you 2 of these potions that I've been holding on to for literal ages that give you 2d8 plus 2.
Each.
Thank
Healing?
you. I'm gonna
Yes.
start by pouring 85 laying hands into myself.
Also nice.
All right.
Either way,
And
these
then I'm gonna use one of them. No, I'm gonna
Wait,
save
so you toss her those and you're helping me hack at this thing now?
Yeah, I was just gonna toss it to her. and then
No, yeah,
help you.
cool. Just making sure.
it. And I'll help hack.
you keep hacking. I'm going to try something. These don't look good. That's certain. I don't know where they come from.
Can you read them?
Somewhat, but like there's a lot of shit.
Hey,
It's all
Jake,
over.
Can I make... Wait, Adam's not here at all?
Nadam
Do you
is
want
not
me to
here.
read the specific part?
Okay, I don't have time to worry about Adam. He can take care of himself. He's a dragon. But can I direct someone, maybe Koros, someone savvy, to check in with the mages? Because I just told them to GTFO and keep themselves safe because they were about to die.
What happened to that one that we sent away? And then
Yeah.
he went nuts. He
He's about to die.
got feared or some shit.
He got feared and
We'll
flew
come
away
back.
Where did you send them to exactly?
to the fight.
Left or right.
The fight
I
is
just
over
said-
by the gates right now. So, since y'all, Barum and Koros weren't here when we started the battle, so Zengrata
Heard of
words, is shaped kind of like this. It's a peninsula.
Can you
Sort of-
bring it closer for those of us with very aged eyes?
Yep.
It looks like Illinois.
It's a peninsula that sticks out from there and heads up that way. So everything on the outside is water. There's this massive wall structure that's been built along the middle of it, and there's city all around it. And then up at the top, the wall widens out into this massive sort of plateau, man-made, with buildings, castle, barracks, etc.
And the plateau is man-made?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait,
In the center, a
Fort
massive
Barracks Jail was
dome-like
here too?
structure. Pardon?
Fort Barracks Jail was here too.
And then over in the east side, there's what's called the floating city. It's just like a bunch of like ramshackle houses and buildings built sort of floating over in the bay on bridges and things.
Okay.
And yeah, right now the obelisks over by the front gates and here at the castle are glowing, and the lights and the beams of light and the sort of glowing things are all moving towards the center here.
Now, I don't need to read too much of this to know that they're probably trying to summon something from another plane. And that doesn't sound great. I'm going to try to, wait, is it stone shape? Is that right?
I'm going to send Class Feature over to look for the mages.
Oh my god! Sorry, I just looked over at the live stream and I saw Brandon with his glasses. I was not paying attention while that was happening. Yeah, you can send Class Feature up, and as Class Feature flies around and over towards the front, you can see large armies, the mages all fighting towards the gates. They're breaking their way into the city. They're making good headway now that those demons are gone. You see that they broke the first ranks and they're now pouring into the city.
And my wolf and Arena's rhino are assisting, correct?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Leading the charge, if you will. Burnham, you were going to do something to that obelisk?
Yeah, okay, sorry, I was looking it up. I want to aid in the whole chopping it down kind of thing. I want to transmute the whole thing into mud. I can transmute a 40-foot cube, so I guess not the whole thing probably, but
Dude, if you do
You
that,
could do the
that's like a
base and it
little
would
wingspan,
tumble.
And it's like, meow.
yeah. Oh, can I domino it into the next one?
You could try,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Girl,
I'm gonna
just
try
go
to do
just
that.
for first.
Spin the cube a little bit, right? And then it'll slide
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we can get one to fall into the other, and maybe I can even like clip both of them a little bit if they're close enough together. Are they within 40 feet of each other?
No, they're much further apart than that,
Oh,
but
okay.
you could
But
you
they're
could
tall.
mud
That's all,
one
geez.
and try and tip it into the other.
Yeah, I'll
We
mud
can
one
do
like
it,
side
so-
of one like a tree.
Excellent. How's that
And
spell
we
work?
we can-
Yeah,
we
I'll
can
make the cube like the corner, so it's just like I'm cutting down a tree.
Yeah.
Perfect. What spell is that? Do you click a thing or?
Transmute rock. I don't have it written into the. It's in
Alright.
Xanathars.
Cool.
But yeah, it becomes muddy enough that creatures can sink into it.
Great.
It nowhere says that it has to be on the ground. That's what I was
Perfect.
checking for.
You reach up. You turn a huge chunk of the thing into mud. It flickers, the glow stops through it, and it tips down and it crashes into the other obelisk, which flickers a bit and takes some damage, but is still glowing. A few moments later, looking up at the roof and up here by the top of these obelisks, you see a figure climb out of, like, essentially a hatch in the roof.
Wait, I
And-
thought we were outside. And
You
the
are
obelisks
outside.
We're
Oh, the still
freestanding.
standing obelisk, right?
There's 4 obelisks, yeah. So,
Okay.
and the 4 obelisks are on the 4 corners of the castle. And so in the roof of the castle, this large, funny-shaped roof, there's like points, and there's a whole bunch of like towers and turrets and all sorts of, it's a castle. You see someone climb out of essentially a hatch in the roof near the fallen obelisk, and hold out this large staff, which the beam of light from the moon redirects into the staff and begins to glow. And then this figure slams
Down like a log.
the staff down
Dude.
into the roof, and it begins to pick up the glow and is taking over where that obelisk has now failed.
Can I shoot at the staff?
You may.
Can I shoot at his face?
Wait, no, please. No, I'm gonna shoot at him, and it's gonna be a disarming attack.
Oh!
Because
Nice.
it says weapon attack. It doesn't say melee weapon
All right.
attack.
Well, everyone roll initiative for me while Aridin makes this roll.
I'm très happy about this.
Can we co-act because we're twins?
No.
Oh shit! I don't know why I have advantage still on.
I try.
Set y'all's. We'll just use the first one. 26. Excellent.
Cool.
That
Drop
hits.
downs aren't even real.
All right.
22.
Why can't I not?
Once
There we
ready
go.
to attempt to disarm a target. DC 18 strength.
Strength. All
And
right.
then I also add a D10 to my damage, whatever that's gonna be. 15 damage.
Nice. What you see.
I'm like trying to shoot him in the wrist.
What you see is that wrist detaches from the staff, and you see out of his robe, the sleeves of his robes, you see just like worms falling out,
Oh, like Oogie Boogie style?
like Oogie Boogie style.
I'm not ready.
And
for
you
that.
see that this like hand is made of worms and is still holding this staff up, and this figure sort of leaps down off of the roof while the staff is still standing up.
I
being
did
held.
successfully disarm him.
It is
Lit-
very
literally.
sense.
And you all get a closer look at Roospaul.
He goes zoom
Dun,
zoom.
dun, dun.
You know, he does look like he could enter a drag race.
Zoom zoom for the other people in the older bracket of this group, yeah.
Gross worms, cloak, staff.
Math?
Just
is his
like a
face?
joke, Nini.
That's a mask, yeah.
Dude, I've never wanted to fight Oogie Boogie from Night Before Christmas. I don't want to now.
I don't think you need a lot of choice in the matter.
The
Him
worm
and
that
Phantom of the
walks.
Opera.
I just
Cases
feel
of
like
us.
I don't have great tools for killing swarms.
I feel like this was fair game. He is the leader of the dead.
No, I think it's completely legitimate, and Lily thinks it's actually really cool. But
Hey, maybe a spell is holding him together.
And you said you did 15 damage to him?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What you see is the arrow didn't stick. It sort of just ripped through and just kept going behind him.
can I ask a question? Was it
Yeah.
possible for us to tell from our current vantage point if the thing, like, let's say right here, Jake, look, this is a visual demonstration. If
Yeah.
this was where the worms were not, did it, like, preform the hole and then, like, swoop? Or did it, like, it was here and it went through and it was remained itself the whole time?
So, Aridin hit right here. The
I know,
hand
but I would just-
on the worm's detached, and then just sort of a new wormy hand came out of the sleeve.
Ugh.
You mean like
Ah.
this? Except he wasn't a sponge, so then it grow back.
All right, y'all need to keep. You need to put your. You still need to roll initiative.
No, I didn't. I did it.
Theo, you need to put it in.
Okay. I did it. See?
All right. There we go. All right, now I can sort.
Are you having Roostball as a snackist?
Yes. It's the token I have
Can't
available
save
to
the
me.
Snackers.
His snackist. And
Not Dendar, not again.
All right, Theo,
Yeah. So,
it's your turn.
okay. Did he hopped down, right?
He did.
I feel like slashing isn't my best skill right now, but I would like to be close in case spells be a happening.
So you can run up to him.
Yeah, how far is he? Can I get to him?
30 feet.
Fabulous.
Conveniently placed.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that and use a... Wait. What did I do last session?
So much.
Oh yeah, we fought those things. Never mind. Okay, I was like, is my health actually that, or
Yes,
did I...
your health is actually that.
That's not good.
It is not
that's
good.
okay.
I think the only one who's at full health is Aridin.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna bonus action first and do my second wind. To start things off really strong here. Okay. Sorry, I forgot how to roll. Cool. 5 plus that. That's great.
So you're doing second wind?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Cool. That's slightly better. Hooray! And now I have 0 of that. Great. Okay, so that was my bonus action to start things off. And then I would like to run up to him, and I want to use one of my superiority dice to do a goading attack.
Okay.
So I think I can only. I'm double checking right now. Yeah, I can only do it if I hit. So let me just try to hit him first with my magic greatsword.
Cool.
That was a 1, but I can reroll 1.
For damage, not to hit.
Oh yeah, we looked this up. Thank you for remembering. Never mind, doesn't hit. Very
Sad.
sad. I'm not actually happy that you remembered, but I'm happy that you.
You've got
remembered.
multiple attacks.
I know. It just makes me sad to start things off that way. It bodes ill.
Holy crap! Another nat 1.
Yeah, it's me. So
Wow, that's almost as impressive as that time that Aridin rolled 2 nat 20s trying to kill Strahd.
yeah, I know. Okay, I get it. I'm still older. 22 hit.
Get the morning lord on your
22
side.
does indeed hit.
Thank fucking God. All right. I only rolled a 1 on one of the dice. Can I reroll it?
Yeah, you reroll one of those die then.
I reroll.
Give it another d6, and then we.
Cool.
So we add 2 to that, so 16 damage.
And then I'm gonna do my superiority die for the goading attack. Because I hit at least fucking once. It was a 1. Great. Well, it gets 1 more damage. And then they have to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 18.
All right, wisdom saving throw coming up.
Cool. He's probably gonna choose to succeed, but that's fine.
You're attacking Roose Ball?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Straight up. Straight up.
He got a 24, so he
Well,
succeeds.
he's a dick, so never mind. On a failed save,
What a poop.
it didn't fail. So never mind.
He
Nothing
did not
happened.
fail. He succeeded.
All
He
right.
didn't even have to choose to succeed. He just succeeded.
That's not cool.
You get to choose after the
Why did
roll?
I have to roll 3 1s?
He does get to choose after the roll. He gets to roll, see whether or not he succeeded, and then choose to. If he fails, he
It's
can choose
so
to succeed
annoying.
instead.
Man, I gotta DM this game. I'm gonna kill people.
I know, right? Right? Okay, cool.
Alrighty.
I just want to say, if a bitch gets close, we flanking, and we should get advantage.
Burnham.
All right. He's so sorry. Where's Theo and where's Roose Paul? Are they visible from us way back at the tower at the obelisks?
Yeah, so Theo was at the obelisk. Bruce Paul sort of dropped down like right in front of the main gates of the
Right in
castle,
front? Okay, sorry, I
and
thought
Theo
that was
ran over to him. So no, you're like 30 feet away.
Perfect. I'm going to. Can I do this without affecting you guys? No, never mind.
Sure.
Man, I really wish I had my like 4th through 6th level spell slots. I'm going to. Oh, okay. I'm going to try. Okay, I'm going to try something cheeky. I'm going to point right at Roose Paul, his wormy body, and I'm going to make him dance at a higher spell level.
That's
Not the lower one.
What spell is this?
Are you gonna make him do the worm?
It's irresistible dance. I'm gonna make him do the worm. I yell some nonsense out and like waggle my fingers at him and all of those little wormies have a strange compulsion to dance.
Excellent.
It doesn't actually say it gives him a save. He just begins shuffling.
Wait, sorry.
Of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, no, sorry. Can he be charmed?
He cannot be charmed.
I waggle my fingers and nothing happens.
Q.
I didn't want a 7th level spell slot either.
Alrighty.
He can't be charmed. He's impervious to
But
half
he
of my
can be
ways.
taught.
All right. So that happens.
Yeah, that's all I do.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's not. Sorry. Then I'm gonna like toss out Stash and be like, "Get the staff."
Ooh.
The Stash will run towards him. He doesn't run that fast. I think it's
Good call.
20 or 30 feet.
All right. Staff.
And the staff, he dropped the staff when he was.
The staff is up on the roof.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I have to go past him to get through the gates, right?
The gates would go into the castle.
All right. Well, he's a monkey, so he's just going to climb the outside. But whatever way is the easiest.
All right, he's gonna climb the outside. That works.
His 6 arms are very nimble.
Isn't he a naked mole rat?
Yeah.
With 6 arms?
Yeah, with 6 arms.
Horrifying.
But he's statted as a monkey, unless you can find naked mole rat.
Challenge accepted. I have lost the spatial picture again, though. Do you mind?
Yeah.
Where the staff is.
I'm
Sorry.
Yeah.
sorry to
All right. So
bring
you guys are at the base of the castle. You're like at its walls, looking up at
So
it.
we're on the bottom, like the base. We're
You're on the
top
ground.
Of the man-made. On the ground.
Well, sorry, the man-made platform, but basically the
Gotcha.
ground. For all effects and purposes,
Unless you get thrown off.
you're quite far from the
But-
edge of it. So at this point, it's basically the ground.
Gotcha.
You're at the
Upon
base of the
this
castle,
are a bunch of
at one of the
buildings.
corners, at the sort of muddy ruins of what was once a massive obelisk, and just like 30 feet away from you, where the front doors to the castle are, Roostball jumped off the roof and landed on the ground.
Dude, I fought the Lich King. I know what happens. The ground falls away on the edge. That tricked me.
All right.
On further examination, us fighting at a place where gravity may be a factor was a horrible idea.
You got a point.
Roostball
We didn't really
reaches
have a choice.
a wormy hand and removes the mask. And I need you all to make wisdom saving throws.
Yeah, nobody
Not?
did that.
10 feet of me,
Oh, everybody within
Had-
10 feet has +3 of me.
Is he casting a
and
spell?
everyone within 10 feet of me has +4.
Well,
casting a
you know
spell?
what, Arena? You're just a one-upper, aren't you? Okay,
Owned.
+7.
Brandon, he is not
I'm
casting a
not-
spell.
I am
Shit.
not. Wait, is he casting a spell?
I just said he is not casting
Sorry,
a
I
spell.
heard the word casting a spell, and I.
Yeah, we know.
My moment has come.
All right. Take the what do we say? The left,
The left one, always when you accidentally turn on advantage. Yep.
But add an additional
four, you
either
said?
3 or 4 to that.
Or both,
Should be
depending
both
on
if you're within
close.
10 feet of both.
I don't think they stack.
I-
Why would they not
Wait.
fit? They're from 2 different sources.
They're from 2 different sources, yeah.
Wait. Who am I getting something from? Am I getting something from someone?
What's the name of that aura?
Or of protection.
Yeah.
I'm not
Here, I
getting
can-
one from Arena because I'm not close to
Or
her. My
protection.
you.
Starting at 6th level, whenever you are a friendly creature within 10 feet of you, must make a saving throw. The creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to your charisma modifier with a minimum of 1. You must be conscious to grant this bonus, and at 18th level, there's an improvement.
Jeremy Crawford
Back in the
released
rigorous-
errata that 2 auras of the same name, you can only take the most potent one.
We're 2 different paladins. I'm,
So-
Wait, can I ask
You
you a
get-
question?
I'm useless.
We're
Okay.
different people, okay?
Back in my day, when things were virtuous, bonuses had types, and bonuses of the same type explicitly did not stack. And now it's all this.
When you guys
Morally
split up,
degraded
you can give your
nonsense.
bonuses to different groups of people in more than one spot, but they don't stack when you're
Nobody's
next to
gonna
each
want
other.
my bonus because Arena's is better.
Morally degraded, I say.
I'm just
I have a
imagining
question.
large group of paladins walking around going, back in the day before the errata, we could just walk into the monster den easy, all of us together, that nothing could hit us. And our wisdom saves were through the roof.
Will saves.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. Charge 5e, wisdom saves.
No, if they're talking back in the day, they're will saves.
Oh, yeah, you're right, got it.
Jake,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm asking a question. I'm not close enough to Arena to get any bonus.
Correct.
Are Aaron and I next to each other yet?
No.
Or no?
Eridan, Koros, Irina, and Bernam are all by the column. Theo and Roostball are by the front door.
I'm so
Oh,
long.
wait.
Yes.
I built my character wrong.
Oh?
Wait, is this what I'm supposed to have?
Good time to
Wait.
figure that out.
Nicole, did your aura come from your oath? Or does it come from
No,
something else?
your
It's a base thing.
aura of
Oh, okay.
protection?
Yeah.
Aura of protection is a class feature,
Okay,
so it's
never mind.
everyone.
Never mind.
All right. So, Eridan, with that +4, you'll pass. Koros, even without the +4, you pass. Theo, you're going to fail.
Yep.
Irina and Bernam, you both pass after that +4. Although Irina, you pass pathetic. Great. Theo, what you see as he opens his face is you see sort of this reflection in his face of your party behind you, and you see them all get sucked into just portals of the abyss, and stepping out from those same portals, you see horrible, deformed, mutant creatures with gross, possibly just evil, horrifying demons like you saw before. You see 5 such demons now behind you.
Kill him.
Are the portals from which they exited closed.
Mm-hmm.
Is one of the demons really short?
So Theo, from your perspective, you see 5 horrifying demons. Those portals have closed once they've stepped out, and they are snapping and snarling at you and being menacing and terrifying.
Okay, this feels a little bit too realistic because we just threw up. So
Sorry.
yeah, so I gotta deal with that. Give me a
Theo
sec.
does also.
Eridan, what
Idiot.
what you and the rest of the party see when he pulls off his mask is just blackness. Just this dark black nothingness.
That's a scene from Twin Peaks.
How do you get Pharaoh's eyeballs? Give those back. Pharaoh wanted them.
So Eridan, what do you do?
What is the visible state of my brother? Is he
He's
distressed by this?
you can't see his face because he's facing. You just see the back of him, and he's facing Rooseball.
Well, I don't want my brother up there alone, so I'm gonna run up and try and help. I'm gonna try and. Oh.
These are up. It's not my fault.
Sorry.
I was saying I probably do one of these. Like I'm so grossed out.
Oh, well, then I'm definitely gonna go help. My brother's in pain.
He looks grossed out by what he sees in Rooseball.
Cool. I would like to try to run up to the other side of Bruce Paul if I can.
Okay. Theo, one of these demons tries to push past you. It tries to push past you.
You should kill it. It's a demon.
Hold on, she's running back upstairs.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the hot water.
No, it's all good. One of the demons tries to push past you, and it seems to be trying to, like, heal or assist Rooseball somehow.
Ooh,
Would you like to make an opportunity attack?
Sure.
All right, give me an opportunity attack.
There's 5 of them and 1 of me. I'm kind of worried about being overpowered.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not 100%. Okay.
All right, 25
Why do
hits.
I roll good now?
That does hit.
Roll damage.
Why do I roll good now? I'm max
19 slashing
max
damage,
damage.
Eridan.
That's how it
max
goes.
damage.
That's the way games work.
I would like to parry and expend the superior die to reduce the damage by 3 plus 3, 6.
So you take 13 damage instead.
What the hell?
Theo, what you hear is...
This is really creepy. I don't like it.
Sorry, I can stop making demon noises.
I don't like it.
Pretty good. I liked it.
Okay,
You can go back
I can't do
to
I can't do
getting
anything
that
else
one.
because that was an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
So
All right, Eridan, go ahead. As you run past, Theo just, like, swings out, and you're not sure if he was just taking a backswing and didn't know you were coming, or...
Cool. Yeah. Well, I express my upsetness. Watch your surroundings, dude. And then I'm going to... Ooh, what am I going to do? I'm going to... Shit, I should have done this before I ran up. Because it's my whole action. Nah, I'll just attack him. Just hit that bastard with my sword.
Cool.
I'm gonna try again. Oh, do I
13.
have flanking or no? Because he's not...
You don't have
He's
flanking.
not attacking Bruce Paul?
He is, but he's not on your side.
Does that matter?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Look up here, Ron! We're getting rules blurred out here.
A creature and one of its allies.
I'm getting rules in the ass right now. 26, is that hit?
26 does indeed hit.
Right. 14 and a 30. Woo, that better hit.
That hits, for sure. 14 and 16. Nice. 30 damage coming through.
And it's a magic weapon.
Magic.
Dun, dun,
It's
dun.
called a lance.
All right. Well done. Koros.
So you basically Aridin, you both kind of just like got around Paul in like a blob shape, right? It's like a fireball would be a mistake here, is what I'm hinting at.
What I'm imagining is I perfectly mathematically drew whatever line crosses through Roose Paul from Theo to me. So if you want to shoot at the what would that the convex part of that angle?
I don't think Quaros is that good at math.
Because a fireball is a explosion, so
yeah. Let's try a hold monster. That'll be fun. So that's gonna be a wisdom save.
Is hold monster any creature?
But it has no effect on the undead. Yeah, it's any creature. But...
Thankfully, he's not actually undead.
Cool. Now we know that. I wasn't quite sure.
That actually is really good for me to know.
He needs a wisdom saving throw.
Yes, my DC is a certain number. 21.
He's just a swarm of worms.
That's a really good DC.
I got a really high charisma score.
Damn it, how is your DC that high?
Okay.
I don't know.
I thought they maxed out at like 19.
I feel like it used to be 19 as well. Let's go find my player's book.
Don't bring up the rules. It only works out poorly.
Because I just looked this up when I was setting the DC for something. The DCs tend to, unless you have something special, they typically max out at 19.
I mean, it's totally possible that over the course of the dozen or so, like, one-off buffs that I've gotten and then had removed, that...
that became no longer correct.
Yeah, I don't really trust this sheet to be accurate.
It only matters because he rolled a 19.
No, it's proficiency bonus, so those go up, right? Like
those max out at 6. I think you're at 4 or 5 right now.
No, it's at 6.
Oh, it's at 6?
We're level like 17.
I thought they hit 6 at 20. I don't remember. All right, so
no, they
6,
hit 6 at 17.
8 plus 6 plus 5, still 19.
They're more like guidelines.
You are correct about that.
And my proficiency bonus is also 6, just to clarify.
Oh, really?
I mean, everyone's proficiency bonus is 6.
Oh, not at level. Oh, I didn't.
Did you forget to level?
7.
Well, that's good because you were doing really poorly until now.
Jake, I figured it out. The other thing is the
Yeah, you're still underpowered.
the level
Really.
2 Rod of the Pact Keeper.
Aha!
Plus 2 to all my warlock shit.
There we go. Done. All right.
He's correct.
He chooses to succeed.
Yeah, I thought he might.
So he's down to only, he's used one of those.
Jake, I know this is a bad time to bring this up, but when you started doing this thing to me, I had left because of not my own actions, but our cat. But I can re-roll failed saving throws twice now.
Cool. You'll be able to do that on your turn when you get to attempt this again.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yep.
Oh, I'm down a spell now too. That's sad.
Irina.
Right?
Okay. I am gonna go ahead and cast Aura of Life. Use my action to cast Aura of Life.
Gonna burn him with holy vengeance.
No, it doesn't burn him. I don't. It's not in roll 20, so I'm just gonna read it. It has a 30-foot radius. Life-preserving energy radiates from you with an aura of 30 feet until the spell ends. The aura moves with you. Oh, I forgot to ask before the spell you cast it, so I guess it doesn't matter. We knew that he's a necromancer because he brought a ton of dead things to life, right?
Correct.
Okay. So centered on you, each non-hostile creature in that aura, including you, has resistance to necrotic damage, and its hit point maximum can't be reduced.
Nice.
In addition, a non-hostile creature regains 1 hit point when it starts its turn in the aura with 0 hit points.
Nice. Resistance to necrotic damage is going to be great on his next turn.
Sweet.
Well done.
So where are you? Who are you within 30 feet of right now?
You're within 30 feet of everybody because you're only 30 feet away from Roose Ball. So.
Dope.
And I'm going to stay where I am because I can't do anything else.
Yeah, you're like 30 feet back from Roose Ball with Koros and Bernum. All right. Theo, one of these snarling demons is standing behind Roose Ball with, like, evil tentacles reaching out and, like, healing and supporting Roose Ball or something. It's disgusting. Behind you, you know that there are 4 more of those demons. Wait, 3 more of those demons.
Can I try to make my save?
At the end of your turn.
Oh.
Nadam is here, right?
Nadam is not here.
Okay, normal saves are end of turn, but because I have a special thing, can I do it at the beginning of my turn?
Nope.
Okay.
So, which demon would you like to attack?
Is there a point to having the special thing if it doesn't help me?
It'll help you if you fail it at the end of your turn.
Can you explain?
So at the end of this turn, you do your actions. At the end of the turn, you can make the saving throw, which would mean next turn you're back to normal. Does that make sense? You said you can re-roll failed saving throws. So if you make a save at the end of this turn and you fail it, you can re-roll it.
Oh, so I would do 2 rolls back to back.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll just hit Aridin again because he's here.
Sweet, thanks.
Sorry.
17
You tried!
does not hit.
You tried.
All right.
I reiterate. Dude, what the hell?
And
He's right there.
insert demon noises. You got 2 more of those, right?
Oh, okay, sure.
What's the point?
Do you want to,
It's
like,
gonna
at least,
miss.
like, cleave while you're hitting me?
I have to use only like my 1 remaining spree already died to cleave, which is stupid. I shouldn't have to use a
Okay,
die.
don't do that.
It's dumb.
I should be able to cleave all
Yeah, you
willy-nilly.
You could split your attacks.
Yeah.
Like, sure, there's a demon here, but there's also Roose Paul.
Am I allowed to do that?
No.
Okay. Jake says I can't, so I guess I won't.
You feel this terrible fear and compulsion towards these demons. Cool, this demon has this chitinous blocking shield that just repels all of your attacks.
Great.
Now you can make your saving throw.
My -1 saving throw.
Wisdom
No,
saving
you're
throw.
gonna get a +3. Because you're still my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So that +3.
Oh my god!
I would like
Another
to say
natural
I have
one!
rolled 5 nat 1s.
5? No, just 3.
Yes, on damage too.
Oh, okay. Damage is different.
No, it's not.
They're not on d20s.
No, yeah.
But you have rolled a lot of ones.
Holy crap! Don't you have another reroll, you said?
I don't want to use both now on this thing that I'm already bad at.
Got it.
Because
So,
then I'm just dicked, right?
no change in your perception of the demons around you.
Is it better to do it now and just waste him? Because he's gonna do more evil shit, right? Like, I know you have more evil shit. Right? He does. That's what that means. That's what that means. Okay. So I'm not going to, because
All right.
I don't know what else to do. So
You are getting chewed out by this demon, by the way.
I hope so. This is
You're pretty sure he's used like 17 cuss words.
Demonic
any
cuss
of you
words.
bitches have something to break spells on friends?
Yeah, but it hasn't been my turn.
All right.
Burnham.
There we go. It's my turn.
Thank you.
You've seen Theo just wailing on Aridin, and Aridin just like put his shield up and blocked 3 attacks in a row.
Are there any like telltale signs that this is at least a magical effect, if not a spell? Sparks in the air.
Theo
you know?
attacking his brother.
Yeah. Okay.
And that could just be a spat. You know,
Alright,
you
I'm
don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Get
right,
going,
we're fighting.
Stash. I'll be there soon. Counterspell for Theo, and I'm gonna run up so I can be in touch range of people.
Nice. It's
Oh, I'm not sorry. Not counterspell.
technically not a spell, but I'll give it to you.
It's dispel magic.
Oh, dispel magic, great. That's it is a magical effect, though it's not a spell. Great. You need on the target make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. It's not a spell, so it doesn't have a level. So we're just gonna say that you dispel it.
Nice. I'll take it.
Theo, your eyes clear, and suddenly you see that you've been wailing on Aridin, and he's got his shield up, and he's like, "What the fuck, man?"
And another thing, I don't care that you're taller than me.
I see it. It's dispel magic. You're supposed to.
All right, and then Burnham, where are you moving to?
I'm just moving up into the fray. Into the fray.
Up into the fray. All right. So it's Burnham, Aridin, and Theo all around Rooseball. Koros
Thank you,
and Arena
Burnham.
back by the muddy column.
I don't need you hurting your friends.
I need Theo, Aridin, and Burnham to make a dexterity saving throw as Rooseball reaches his arms out and a plague of worms surrounds him.
So +3, right? Because Aridin.
Yes, but Aridin doesn't get to add that +3. Theo and Burnham,
What do we need to do?
dexterity save.
What is
So
this?
do we get the plus or no?
You do.
These worms are in such quantity that I can't even use the normal words to describe this kind of quantity.
Burnham, as
they're
you're running
kind
up,
of
you jump back right before you see this happen because you're running up to him right then. Aridin and Theo, you're already up in his grill, and these just worms surround you. You take 22 necrotic damage, which you reduce because Irina gave you resistance to necrotic damage, so you can take 11.
Good shit.
However,
Yeah.
you are both blinded and restrained by masses of swarming worms.
Not so, yeah.
They're in my eyes.
Not the worms.
At the end of each of your turns, you can repeat the saving throw to attempt to end the effect.
Just logistics question.
Yep.
Does Aridin, do you have your save bonus built into your sheet?
No.
So you would be getting that +3 then.
No, the +3 is already included in your... Oh, you do add charisma save to all your
No.
saves?
It's only you add it to all your saving throws.
And
That's
that
only
+3 is your
for me
dexterity
because I
there?
already did that to my-
Yeah, so you would have had a 14, since you
Okay.
haven't included it in your sheet, but that's still not enough.
Just thought it.
Awesome. So now we go on to Aridin's turn.
Oh, we don't take any damage if we passed?
No damage if you passed.
Cool.
This isn't a disease, is it?
No, it is not. Though you think you might get a disease from this?
No, I won't, because I'm immune.
Oh, damn worms.
Aridin,
Can I not do anything? I just have to do
You're
the saving throw?
blinded and restrained, so saving throw.
Okay.
I can double check what restrained specifically means, but I'm pretty sure. Conditions restrained. Your speed is 0. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So you could still attack, but you have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Is this the kind of thing that'll break concentration?
This is the sort of thing that could break... Any damage breaks concentration.
Just think about casting Bless.
And
but
at
I
the
don't want to immediately lose it.
beginning of your turn, you take another 22, and by that I mean 11, because it's reduced, necrotic damage. So you can still attack, because you're restrained, you're not, unable to move completely.
But I'm going to have disadvantage either way, right?
You're going to have disadvantage on attacks and dexterity
Right.
saving throws.
Okay, in that case, I will do something that won't be possible to disadvantage. I'm going to use my Channel Divinity to do Sacred Weapon.
Cool.
So, for 1 minute, I'm going to add Charisma to my attack rolls, and my weapon is glowing.
Cool.
Ooh, that's cool.
And at the end of the turn, you can make a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Cool.
Sorry, disadvantage.
Well, why'd you lie to me? Then 11.
Did I say advantage?
You did say advantage, and I was like, I'm
Whoops.
not going to argue with it.
No, it's disadvantage. I apologize.
Great,
I said it
this is
twice as disadvantage, and then my brain just... So 11, which you still get to add 3 to is 14, but it's still not going to cut it.
Nope.
All right, Koros. You see the
Alright.
Eldris boys are covered in gross worms.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume they don't want me to burn those off with fire, as satisfying as that experience would be.
I feel like that
So
could be really cool.
Yeah. But
And it
like,
might
you would,
be cheaper than getting a full body wax.
there's the whole you would die thing. It's anyway, let's just hit this guy for damage.
Cool.
Of the damage sort.
Of the dams.
Yeah, do some dams. Is that sufficient dam?
That is some good damn.
Do love me some dam.
Damn good.
Some damn good damn.
Damn,
Alright.
man.
All right,
Another
11
one.
force damage on him.
Is that hit?
18 does hit.
Okay. I'm not going to push my luck. On that one, I'm going to activate Hurl Through Hell.
Oh shit! That just happens. There's no save for that, right?
Yeah. When you
That's
hit a
so
creature
cool.
with an attack, let me just put it in the chat.
Yep.
Go to chat.
Boom.
You can use this feature to instantly transport it to the lower planes. Disappears and hurtles through a nightmare landscape. At the end of your next turn, it returns to where it was. And if it's not a fiend, it takes a buttload of psychic damage.
Hey, while he's not here, does that break the worms?
It does not. You are
But
still
it gives you guys a turn to get out of
covered in
worms.
worms, but now he can't do his legendary action to make the worms hurt you more. Because he's in hell.
That's cool.
Irina, you've got a round until he's back.
Crap.
You've seen
I've been
Koros
playing
do
for
this
that.
before.
Okay. What does he do? Sorry, I was reading. Oh gosh, I don't know. I will. Sorry.
You're okay.
Good.
Don't worry.
I mean, I don't know that this isn't a disease, right? I would assume it's probably some sort of disease. No.
It
Probably.
doesn't look like a disease. It looks like a bunch of worms,
Okay.
which you would presume carry disease, but are not a disease themselves.
Okay. Okay. I think I would just go run up to them and like start hitting some worms off them.
Start trying to scrape the worms off of them.
Start
Yeah,
slapping
probably.
friends.
I'll shield of faith myself also, but pretty much I'm just like slapping.
As
at them,
you
trying to
start
get-
trying to scrape the worms off them, I need
Oh,
you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
God.
You've been infected by my not-worm disease.
And what you get
Look,
for it?
Irina's not very
Worms.
smart.
Oh! The worms, as you start to skip them off, start calling up your arms. You're like, oh shit, and then just there's more and more, and you're not sure where they're coming from, and you are also now covered in worms, and you take 22 necrotic damage, which you will reduce to 11, since you've got that aura going on.
Cool.
Does your aura require concentration?
Yes, it does. Let me roll.
Guys,
a con save.
I felt like before this combat started that we were really badass, and now I just feel like we're getting trampled by bugs.
What kind of save are?
Constitution
Oh, it's
save
con. Yeah, duh.
for your concentration
Okay,
check.
cool.
Cool. You maintain concentration on the spell.
That's good. Okay, cool. That was very effective.
Theo, you're covered in worms. What would you
I
like to do?
appreciate the thought.
Yeah, I'll try.
Is there like a body of water I can jump in?
Not nearby.
a tower.
I feel like this
There is
the
the
kind
bay
Of place,
way out there.
I feel like this is the kind of place that would have some dope water features to show off how great they are.
Not yet. They haven't been finished.
There's the mud.
There is a bunch of mud over there, and if you were to run like past the castle and off the like cliff edge, you would dive off into the bay, like the ocean.
Denethor it. That'd be great.
I'm not about to Denethor. Is there enough mud for me to dive into the mud?
You could try and dive into the mud. It was a 40-foot cube of mud, right?
I feel like that's enough to dive into.
Mm-hmm. Worms love mud.
Ooh. No, that's a bad
Try-
idea. I had an idea, but it was a horrible idea, so I didn't do it.
Your
Also,
speed is 0 though, so you can't move
Why is my speed 0?
because you're covered in worms.
Restrained.
The restrained condition reduces your speed to 0.
Is restrained different than grappled?
Correct. It's a different condition.
What
Your
can I
s-
do to not be restrained?
Your speed is 0. You don't benefit from any bonus to your speed. Attack rolls have disadvantage. You have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. At the end of your turn, you can attempt a dexterity saving throw to get the worms off of you, and you'll have disadvantage on that because of being restrained.
Also, sorry I messed up. I wouldn't have cast Shield of Faith because I already had the other spell and I forgot that
No
Shield
worries.
of Faith was concentration.
Is Bruce Ball still here?
No,
No,
he
he's in hell.
he disappeared via a portal to hell, and he'll be back
Right.
around.
But his worms are still here?
His worms are still here.
Why did the worms go to hell?
'Cause the worms are separate from him,
It's not cool.
but also a part of
Um,
him. It's kind of weird.
Okay, well, at least I'm not doing this in front of Bruce Ball. Yeah, I'm gonna dive into the mud to try to slide them off of me.
The mud is 30 feet away. You have a speed of 0.
You can stop, drop, and roll.
You've already stopped.
Then I can't do that. If I have 0, then I can't stop, drop, and roll either.
You can fall on the ground.
You could
Struggle.
fall on the ground and struggle and try and get them off you.
We're doing good, guys.
Theo, no matter what you do, it's a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage to get them
Okay,
off.
then why did you ask me what I want to do?
Because there are other actions you can do, but
You just told me I can't do any of the actions I asked about. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean.
you have
Literally
0
asked-
movement speed, but you can do anything that doesn't require you to move.
You could sing, for example.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do like, you don't have any spells, but like a special ability or like a second wind or like any of those things, you can do that.
Can't do any of those things.
Okay, then just give me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay. Great.
Like a Pokemon. Theo struggles.
That's why I didn't want you to ask me what I want to do, because I was like,
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure I can't do anything.
You are limited in what you can do.
Fucking words, what the hell?
You now have a +4, but that is
You do.
still not enough.
Alright, I'll try my second thing.
And at the beginning of this turn, you took 11.
Of course, I think it really would have been better for us overall if you just burned us at the beginning.
And Theo, you
Carl,
take
can you please burn me now? Please light me on
Yes.
fire.
Happily, if that's what's required.
you take 11 necrotic damage.
Yeah, okay.
22 reduced to 11 from the worms.
We would be dead without that fucking resistance.
I'm really glad I did that.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
a
really,
very good
really,
spell to
really,
cast.
really,
Burnham.
Really, really glad you did that too.
Yeah, I hope you guys get out of that stuff because I don't have anything that I can help you with.
It would have been great if any of my rerolls today had helped, but none of them did. So
Yeah, the only way I could help you is like protection from evil and good. and you gotta
Aaron
prep
has
me.
that too, and I feel like they just wouldn't work either. So
And I don't. Either way, I don't want to touch you guys.
yeah, don't touch us.
So just want to mention, Mr. Snatch has 40 climb speed. So
Great, so
pretty
he's
high
probably
up.
at the top by now.
Cool. So is the staff still there?
Ash.
The staff is still right there. There's still worms swirling around it, keeping it upright.
I don't know if he knows about those yet because he was up the thing first. Like that thing hadn't exploded yet.
And he's
He's
blind.
gonna grab the staff.
Cool. He's going to run over to the bottom and grab it, and then worms start sliding down it towards him.
Shake it.
Give me a dexterity saving throw from Stash.
All right.
Oh my god.
They're eating him. They're gonna eat me. Oh my god.
Guys, this is how we end to worms.
This is the end. Oh! Stash sees them coming, opens his mouth, and just eats them. The staff clatters down, the glow stops, reaching to it, and he's holding onto the staff.
Nice.
We did
his
it,
mouth
fam.
is huge too.
Well-
Great.
Filled with
He's,
worms.
He is expendable. Are we right below? Right below him? Can I jump off the roof?
He jumps off the roof with the staff. Whee! The staff
Right
clatters to the ground.
Just dust everywhere.
He takes 3d6 damage.
Yeah, 3 is his HP. So 3D anything is. You can flip one-sided coins. If there's 3 of them, he's done.
Oh, he splats on the ground, but the staff clatters in front of you.
Cool. And I would like to pick up that staff. Do I don't really know what it does. I would need to identify it, huh?
You would need to identify it to know exactly what it does.
Did I see enough of what he was doing when I know it's far, but did he wave it around like in a specific way to move those laser beam things?
He seemed to move it and incant something. He just sort of
Okay.
reached it up into the air and incanted, and then it
Okay,
began
I need
to
to
glow.
know words. Never mind. I'm not going to try to do that. I'm just going to instead. I'm going to make a. Actually, yeah. I'm going to like make a programmed illusion.
Okay.
It's a one action spell. I'm pretty sure. Let me click on that to make sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one action. I'm going to make an illusion of the staff. Like I'm going to make an illusion of Stash. Make it the noise. And throw the staff and have it fall down right in front of him as soon as he comes out of hell.
So that he'll
And
grab
then-
the illusory staff.
Yeah, this might be too much for this, but then if possible, I want the laser beam illusion to come over him too when he uses it. That might be 2 separate
It's a
spells. That's
30-foot
fine.
cube, so
Well, he needs to be the only one who sees it, so like just right above him.
so you want it to look like he has the staff and it's still glowing.
Yeah, I want him to think that that's it won't work once he interacts with it. Ah, shit.
You
Never
can create an
mind,
illusion of
forget
it's
that.
still on
Then
the
it's
roof.
still in the air, yeah.
Yeah, but he wasn't going for it anyway. Hey, never mind. I'm just gonna make a programmed illusion of a mixture of Aridin and Theo, Theridin, like charging him from off screen as soon as he from behind him as
I
soon
was
as he
saying,
lands.
because you could trick him into thinking that the staff is still on the roof and nothing happened to it.
Yeah,
That's what I was going to say. But
yeah, but I don't think he was paying attention. He was already attacking us, and the staff was
Well,
already there.
that way he might not notice that you have it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in my pocket. I got a hole for that.
you have a bag of holding. Just
Yeah, I got a bag of holding. Yeah,
all right.
I don't know how to use it anyway.
He's not back yet.
Just
He's
snap
in
your
hell.
fingers.
Aridin,
Yeah,
I would like to struggle.
dexterity saving throw disadvantage.
Cool. Sure it was an advantage?
I'm sure it's disadvantage.
Ah!
You are still covered in worms, and you take 11 necrotic damage.
You know what? I wanna re-roll this one. I'm
Okay.
getting sick of this shit. I'm probably gonna regret using this now. Yeah, I regret using
Yes,
it.
you are.
Fuck!
So you take
This
11.
is so annoying! Why does it give you disadvantage on the thing that's used to get rid of it?
It's almost like they designed it that way. Can you guys hear Lily?
No.
She says she said she
together
feels
here
she
at the
feels
bottom.
better that Aridin also failed because it makes Theo feel better. All right, Koros, it's the end of your turn. He returns.
Yes.
All right, what would you like to do on your turn?
I would like to find some way to help these people with their worm problem, but I don't really know what it is.
I could Eldritch Blast them.
Yeah, so like, I mean, would you all die if I just fireballed you?
Yes.
All right, then I shouldn't do that. That's what I figured.
What
But
spell would that be,
so would the
Boros
worms.
the Warlock?
I could.
Well,
It could be
How much ouchie does Fireball do?
86.
86.
So
He's a
18
Warlock,
to-
so all his spells are max level.
Well, I
Ooh.
think you can choose. Or does it say you have to?
yeah,
Oh,
you,
I
Actually,
don't know
good
if you
question.
can choose, can you?
I think you get it at max level.
Rude.
So a lot more than 86.
Rude.
Hey, Arena. You know how, like, if you Misty Step, you can't, like, take someone with you?
Ooh.
See if the worms don't come with you.
That's a good point.
That's an excellent idea.
I think it counts. Are you
do
wearing
have
them?
Are you? What are you wearing today? Oh well, this is a classic Roos Paul.
Yeah. I mean,
That's-
like, go.
That's actually a really good idea. It's better than what my other idea was. So, who's currently bewormed? Theo,
Aridin.
Aridin, and Arena, right?
Aridin, Theo, Irina, all your
Okay.
martial fighters.
Yeah, it's not great. All right, I'll try this with Theo. I'm going to run up to Theo.
We're not very smart.
I'm going to touch Theo, which I assume might beworm me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to then dimension door like 5 feet.
With focusing on the two of you and not the worms. Well, first give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. With disadvantage.
No, you don't. Just regular.
Okay.
You don't have the condition
Plus
yet.
4.
You're fine. You react you reach in quickly, you do the spell as quick as you possibly can. You and Theo appear 5 feet away. No worms. The worms fall to the ground and scurry back and just sort of
Okay,
shrivel
I
and
can do this,
disappear
that
into the
worked.
ground.
All right. And at the end of my turn,
Roos
Shuffle
Ball
comes back.
returns. Boom, give me 10d10 psychic.
that's what I like
And-
to hear.
And an illusion of Theridin suddenly like appears from behind. He yells at him loudly and charges with a mate. Oh no, wait, a maul.
All right. You see where he should be screaming in pain and clutching his head, nothing happens. He's immune to psychic damage.
What a D!
Ow!
What a D!
Thank you though, because I was going to scream at him.
I appreciate getting rid of him for a turn so we could all flail about, though.
What a butt!
We do have fun flailing.
I stalled.
I was looking like, oh yeah, that might do some serious damage, and then I looked at his stat block again. Oh, never mind.
Well, at least we got to flail in the privacy of our own
Days we
home.
do.
What a colossal absolute butt.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a
This slimy bastard is gonna get us.
And
again.
then he reaches out, he clutches his wormy fists, and everyone who is surrounded in worms, which right now is Aridin and Irina, takes an additional 13, which you reduce to 6 necrotic damage, and he gains 6 temporary hit points.
No, it is Leech Seed. Fuck.
Also, I'm rolling a save.
Cool.
Okay, we're good.
All right. Irina, it is now your turn.
Cool. I'm a Misty Step right next to him.
You're gonna cool.
I'm really glad my idea got everyone but me free.
Sorry.
As you misty step away, the worms fall to the ground, and you are standing next to Rooseball once again.
Who saved me?
Now I'm
Branham?
I did.
Koros did. He reached
thanks,
in,
Koros.
grabbed you, and
Nice.
dimension doored you out.
Thank you. You're the best person I know. I'm probably like shaking at the knees right now and just be like, thanks.
I'm gonna hit him because I'm annoyed at him.
Is Misty Step a bonus action?
Yes.
31 hits.
Dope. Oh.
I'm Team Arena.
Can my wolf like arrive and just like lick all the worms off me?
Ew. Ew.
He's not an undead fiend or any of that jazz, is he?
He is not. He happens to be an aberration.
Okay.
He happens to be a piece of shit, actually.
Yeah, that's accurate. All right,
That's the
I'm gonna-
taxonomical definition.
I thought he was made of several worms.
He's made of lots of worms.
That's what I said. Several.
And then
1, 2, 3,
screw it.
several.
I'm gonna go ahead.
More than
and-
one worm.
He's made of worms. Worms eat shit, and you are what you eat. Therefore,
He's made of shit.
By
I'm
the
gonna go
transitive
ahead
property.
a first level spell to smite him.
Nice. Another 6 damage.
Okay.
Take that, leash seeder.
He is wormed.
Heck off, Zubat.
He's bloody.
Wormied. He's wormied. He's bloodied.
Hey, wormy! For you, Alex.
All right, Theo, you're 10 feet from Rooseball because you got teleported
Touch
back.
that bitch now. Mm-mm.
What you gonna do?
Not touch it. Ever.
So what's your
Um,
plan?
I know, dude. Wow, the worst idea would be grappling him.
Because he's
Yeah,
made of
don't do
worms.
Has he cast a spell yet?
He's not yet. He may or may not be doing that next turn.
What?
Oh, I need to look up my sword thing. I think people around me get advantage or something.
If I can make a 30-foot illusion, why didn't I make Theoden 30 feet tall?
Good call.
It's terrible.
we like Voltron.
I need a ruling from
Mhm.
you, Jake.
Yes.
Do I have my 2 hand axes?
Yeah.
All right, I'll throw
Why wouldn't
one.
you?
I don't know.
You've been through enough cities to replenish them if you lost them. So.
All right, I'm throwing 2 of those. Do I have
What do you-
advantage?
Ball
Because
bearing can
bitches-
actually do, though.
That range don't get advantage for flanking.
All right.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I done.
Do we get a huge deck
Y'all-
save bonus?
Nah, y'all should be getting advantage on those deck saves.
Which would cancel out the disadvantage. Yep.
Cool.
Sorry,
Cool.
guys.
30 hits. Let's go ahead and roll damage for that, Theo.
Oh, I see the paladin didn't want to show up for the fight, huh?
Welp.
Sorry.
Cool. 21 also hits.
Max damage both times.
Nice.
I
You see
can't
the
throw
axes
anymore,
sort of,
Ollie.
they cut off and like some worms fall off and those worms sort of scurry back to him. Some of them damaged, but some of them not.
I only have 2 hand axes.
Yeah, you get the feeling that perhaps he is resistant to non-magical attacks.
Too bad I didn't have time to pick up some magic hand axes.
All right.
I can fix that for you if you like.
Burnham.
Can I? Wait,
Yeah?
I have a
What else you got?
3rd attack.
Which is? You gotta
I
run up
have
to him
that
to do that.
magic great axe.
You gotta. Oh, you're gonna throw a great axe?
Could I chuck the great axe?
With disadvantage, you may.
We are not at a great distance. We
Oh,
are
it's
quite
Stormbreaker
close.
flying in.
It's not very far, which is why I'm letting you do it.
All right.
But it's disadvantage. Those are very heavy.
All right.
That's still enough to hit.
Fuck yes.
There you go. And
Bitch.
is that magic or no?
Yeah, it is.
Why is okay?
Why is it magic?
Yeah.
This is the axe from that tree.
Oh, this is Treebane. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Treebane?
That's a dated
The act from the
reference.
tree in Barovia?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, how do you have that? That wasn't that on Pharaoh's body?
It was.
Pharaoh
I took it.
Pharaoh gave it to Theo at one point.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
The Pharaoh was like, I don't have any strength. Can you have this? And I was like, I'll just carry it for you.
Treebane, you've been here
That
the
sounds
whole
like something Pharaoh
time?
would've done, knowing that guy.
Thunk! You hit him with
I don't
Treebane.
usually use it because it's only 1d12 and my great sword is 2d6, which is better.
All right. Burnham, now it's your turn.
Aren't all axes kind of like those types of axes kind of Treebane? Like, does bonus damage versus trees. Isn't that the point? What were you gonna do? Hit it with a sword? Are you trying to tell me that like a great sword would have been better for the job? Bernum is God. None of my spells work and or are slotted. I kind of want to make him a small dude because I don't like him,
Nice.
and because that's only a second
I
level
support
spell.
this plan. Ship it.
Yeah, you know what? That's not as fun. I'm gonna. I know he's just going to do something mean to me on this one, but I'm going to walk right up to him and just grab his face and try to
Pull the
petrify
mask off.
dude.
Oh, try and petrify him. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't actually think of the mask thing. That doesn't sound good though. Last
No,
time
we
it
think it
hurt
works.
us.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna try to petrify the dude.
He needs
Flush the stone.
a save.
Oh, it's 60-foot range. I don't need to touch him. Never mind. That's great. Yeah, I just like pinch some lime and water at him, and I'm like now he's a margarita. Probably delicious.
Now he's a delicious margarita.
He
On the rock.
it's Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
All right.
More like clownstitution saving throw.
He
Oh!
fails, but he's immune to the condition petrified.
What?
Who the fuck is this bitch?
This bastard.
You petrify a single worm. A single worm freezes and falls to the ground, and he keeps squirming.
This
What?
guy is the worst.
What a dixicle.
It says it right there. Condition immunities petrified.
Oh, do I have any bonus action spells? I just want to hurt him.
You're right up. Oh no, you're not next to him because you did it range. Yeah.
Did anybody memorize that page that he just showed?
Oh yeah, with my photograph of memory. I got it.
Yeah, Sherlock.
I only have 10 int and 8 whiz, but I got it.
This jackass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, but at least the illusion is still running at him and yelling. Maybe he'll notice that thing. He doesn't even get a save for that one. It just runs at him unless he takes an entire action to examine it.
It's like, that doesn't make sense. I'm currently sucking the life out of one of them.
There's
Yeah.
two of you.
Is there? There's not like a damage component to that. Is there? Just a distraction?
No, it's just I just want him to use a spell on it. That's all.
Gotcha.
Just please use your action on that thing.
He reaches out towards you, Burnham,
No.
and you feel inside of your bag of holding. Your bag of holding whips forward and pulls towards him and pulls on you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
It whips
With
forward?
Wait, oh
got
no.
Mjolnir?
no.
That's not even how this device works.
This is Meow Meow. You can't do that.
You said Dex?
Is this a
Dex.
dex save just because he's getting pulled by something, not the actual spell?
I guess it sounds more like a
Wait, he's
strength
casting
save,
a spell
but
and I'm next to him?
whichever you like.
Ooh, I'll
This
take
he's not casting a spell, Theo.
God damn.
That's
But
next.
question: this is a magical effect.
It's not a 14.
Irina, Burnham is not next to you.
At 17th level, my sword gets a 30-foot radius.
Fuck yes, bitch. What the
fuck?
Look it up.
The people need me too.
So what does it do?
So that's what I was asking. I'm not sure because if it's just the effect pulling something and he's just falling from the pulling, then I don't think it would count. But you and all creatures friendly to you have in the aura have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Gotcha. No, the spell is on the spell's not a spell. The magical effect is on the staff, and the staff is just trying to pull out of the bag.
It's just Mjolniring it
That's
back
kind
to
of
him.
But I do have +2 as long as I'm concentrating, which I think I was on something. What was it?
The illusion?
Oh yeah, that's true. Right now I am. Wait, no, I don't think that was a concentrate spell actually, but I think there was something else I was concentrating on.
I think you are concentrating on the illusion. I think that's how illusion works, but I might be wrong. I never cast spells.
No, it's just duration until dispelled. It's cool.
Yeah,
The
I don't think you have any
program illusion is
concentration
6th
spells
level.
out then.
I thought I had one earlier, but maybe I dropped it.
I'm scrolling up and not seeing anything. Yeah, nothing.
Did you have a thing to give yourself more AC or no?
Nope, he didn't do that.
Regardless,
So-
I can use Arcane Deflection to get a +4 on the saving throw, so it's actually an 18.
Are you gonna? Okay, so you're gonna use that +4?
Good.
Yeah, that's my reaction.
Okay, you hold fast, and your bag is like fully pulling away from you, but you're holding it there in place.
Cool.
He then, you see this look of anger on his face, and he instead, from the worms in his hand, you see a black pearl appear in his hand, and he crushes it and throws it on the ground and waves his arms and shouts something because there's a verbal somatic and material component for this spell.
Spell!
And a sphere of negative energy ripples out in a 60-foot radius centered on him.
Does it kill the worm?
Spell!
Each creature in that area must make a Constitution saving throw. That's everybody.
Everyone gets
Spell!
advantage.
I think it's not a spell.
It is a spell. Go ahead, Theo.
No.
And everyone take advantage, please.
Jake,
In
I only have
addition to
disadvantage on
the
Dex,
charisma
right?
modifier.
Pardon?
I only have disadvantage on Dex saving throws,
Correct.
right? Okay.
So everyone is at advantage.
Woo! Burn the worms, please.
Okay. Melee weapon attack.
Oof.
Oh, that's bad.
Gwens, it's been an honor serving with you.
Oh, Koros, no!
Oh dear.
All right, Theo, go ahead and take that attack. That hits. For 10
That was
slashing
min
damage.
damage on one die. I'm rerolling one die.
All right.
Hang on.
That was a 2 on the other die. You get to reroll both die. And then add 7 to the... Cool. 8 and 7 is
Wait.
15.
When I damage a creature that's concentrating on a spell, it has disadvantage on saving throw, maintains concentration.
It's not a concentration spell.
Well, you know what? It might have been. Okay? It might have fucking been.
All right.
All right, Jake. Before you say anything,
Yes.
I have with the advantage there. I have a 6
Uh-huh.
plus Arena's 4 is a 10.
Uh-huh.
I would like to use Dark One's own luck and add a D10 to that.
You're not right next to Arena anymore?
Yeah, no. Sorry, dude.
Oh, the advantage
No,
thing is
I thought it was
only.
a 30-foot
The advantage is good, but her +4 you don't get.
Okay, then I get Alex's +4.
You're not by Alex. You're not by Aridin either. Aridin and Arena are right next to Rooseball. You are further away from Rooseball because you teleported back with Theo.
I said I teleported 5 feet,
It's a 10-foot radius from Arena's thing. You teleported out of it.
but I'm not. Okay,
Okay.
then never mind.
If I was,
Not
I
gonna use
also
it.
wait.
if I was
Jake,
next to Riz Paul, who was next to Theo, and he teleported 5 feet,
No, it
that'd
doesn't
be
matter.
like
It doesn't
top
matter.
8 feet.
He teleported out.
It does not
Okay.
matter. It's fine. I'll just take whatever it is.
I also thought I was close.
You were throwing at a reasonably short range, but you were just outside of the paladin's little aura. So, Koros, you take 29 damage, but Irina is still concentrating on that thing that makes you reduce necrotic damage.
Right.
So you only
Yes,
take
yeah.
14. The rest of you half it and then reduce it, so you only take 7 since you passed.
Arena? For Queen.
Yeah, good shit.
I'm
What if I
very
got
glad I
that
did
20?
that.
What?
The worms absorb all of it?
No.
Did the worms take any of it?
No.
The worms are fine?
The worms don't do necrotic damage. It's not a thing.
Damn it, worms.
They just do gross damage.
And Irina, that's damage that means you need to take concentration.
Oh, yes. Here.
for the giving everyone
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
reduction. Yep,
Guys, worms are the worst ever.
Shouldn't be on
you're good.
advantage, sorry.
Worms pretty much whip. Big fan
Alright.
of worms.
Oh, your cat is so cute. I
Eridan.
love his tail.
Oh, what's up? You want to be famous on TV?
Fucking finally.
Ah, be famous on TV.
You burst out and get the worms off of you.
Oh.
Koros.
Can I action search at the end of that or no?
Now it's at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Sorry. Koros.
Alright, I'm gonna turn Theo, and I guess myself, why not? Invisible.
Cool.
Okay.
Regular or greater invisibility?
Just regular, sadly.
Alright.
But the cool thing about it is I can just do it whenever, anytime I want, because I'm dope. So,
That's
probably gonna
cool.
keep
Dope
doing
when I
that.
do dope things.
Alright,
Exactly
Irina.
right.
Oh, it's my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what it was. He teleported away and Irina misty stepped.
Oh.
So they were both 5 feet.
What I was talking about.
You were on the other side of
I'm
Respawn.
a,
Because you
I'm
ran
a
to the far
hit
side
him.
originally.
Shroud of Shadow. That is so cool.
What? What? Oh,
No, that's my thing. That's not that
okay.
cool.
It's pretty cool.
It's a cool name.
Warlock class features have the best names for sure. But,
Hey, it's all about style.
Alright, Irina, what you doing?
hitting them.
Ouch.
No,
Are
you're
you
not.
though?
Are you
No, yeah.
even, though?
Hit it.
Am I?
19 hits.
Great, cool. Got something.
What is up with us all rolling not the best today?
We're just
Irina, with that last 13 damage, your glowing sword strikes into him, and just these worms have been falling off of him in chunks and falling off of him in chunks, and this last swing, this glowing explosion comes out. The worms burst out in every direction, and just they're gross, and they spludge, and you
it's
just
actually
see
sort of disgusting.
left on the ground his robes and his mask. Congratulations. You all have defeated Rooseball.
Get dunked, son!
cool.
You've done it.
Nice.
Is the next stage sleeping for potentially a year?
You all think about that, but then you see in the distance your armies are fighting, and they need you.
They haven't just all the enemies haven't just disbanded like Lord of the Rings.
Did we figure out what his stick was?
You don't know much about his staff yet. It is in Burnham's bag currently.
I was going to put it in the ground, but I don't need to anymore if he's not here. I don't think.
What also happens as these worms explode and he falls to the ground is you see those obelisks start to flicker and fade, and the beams stop.
Good.
That's great.
And all the glowing begins to cease. Over the dome in the center, you see just this soft image of an eye was starting to form, and it fades into nothingness as the beams stop.
Why
Probably
am I-
good.
And wait, and there was that might be the elemental
Would
eye.
you just
Have you
would
ever
you
heard
just
of that elemental
describe it?
eye?
would you
No,
describe the
what's that?
eye as lidless or wreathed in flame?
Yeah, those are the exact
potentially?
adjectives I've heard.
Yeah. Just curious.
Some sort of elder elemental eye,
Very, very old.
purple in color. In this particular
Shockingly,
case.
that doesn't inspire confidence.
I'm gonna take
I
a
don't
minute
know
to
what you're
resummon
worried
stash.
about.
To what? To resummon stash? All right. We're going to go into montage mode here for just a minute.
Do
As
you have
you,
any 80 power chords to play over this?
you all, get your stuff together, look at each other, all get prepared, and charge off towards the orcs to go lead your
we
armies.
beat worms. We can beat anything now.
Oh, that's right. There's still orcs.
And you guys run from the other side, and now the orcs are fighting a battle from two sides. There's an army on one side, and you all on the other side.
We're pretty cool.
And through the course of the night, as the sun rises in the north over the top of this peninsula and shines out over Zengrada, the orcs are defeated. And you have prevailed.
Go, good guys.
Nice.
You
Grand
meet,
victory.
you meet back up with Rogar, and with the other folks. You meet up with Tudvin Hartwood, with Zaberdoste, Silric, who else? Other important NPCs you've met along the way. Silric was the leader of the Thieves Guild in Angate, the Spy
Yeah,
Master.
I know. What's up with him?
He's here. He was helping.
He's still leading the Thieves Guild, or did he like get a position in the government?
He's been your spy master this whole time.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot we set that little sweet gig up. Go us.
There's one other guy who's not on the notes here, but he's up at the top of my notes. Let me find him. Do.
Come sit with Mom.
No, it's gone. I can't find his name. The guy who was leading all the refugees in Orem.
Oh, that guy. He's super nice.
Yeah, he's there too. After some time, you guys are all, regathering the troops, finding out who's alive and who's dead. All that's going on, the sort of after-battle things. And Rogar comes... Yeah.
Sorry, what happened to Nadam?
Nadam still hasn't arrived. You guys have no idea where Nadam is.
Okay, cool. That was my question. Did it ever get resolved post Ruth Ball?
No. You all head off. Rogar comes to you at one point and he says, "You all are going to want to see this." And he leads you up the wall into that center dome, and he sort of, he's stepping over the ruins of it, and into what looks like some large, strange temple-like space. It's this circular thing. There's all these strange statues and shapes around runes, and in the very center of this dome-shaped building, he leads you over to. You can see where the architecture sort of comes in, and you can see where those tracks in the wall that were carrying the light, where there's these two really wide, almost like river-wide, basins coming in towards the center, and then lifting up to this pedestal. And in the center of this pedestal, there is an orb.
Touch the orb. Touch the orb.
I know what this is.
That seems to just softly be moving and shifting and glowing with some of that same light that was coming down through the obelisks. But whatever it was, it seems to be maybe like it was a focusing crystal or something. It was focusing this energy, and it's still holding some of the energy within it.
Okay. I think Theo thinks that he knows what this is, and if no one tries to stop him, is going to walk forward and just touch it.
What the hell is that thing? What are you doing?
Always touch strange orbs. I support Theo in this.
Why are you trying to touch that?
Theo, as
don't
you
know what that
place
is.
your hands on the orb, you feel like suddenly attached to it, and your vision opens up, and in front of you, you sort of see a vision of yourself. On the other side, instead of your current self, your bearded, sort of scraggly, war-torn self, you see a version of yourself wearing like a clean military uniform, clean-shaven. You almost think it's Eridan for a moment.
Weird.
You wish you were that good looking.
Dude, shut up.
Also holding the orb on the other side of you, and you two both look up and make eye contact.
Does sound exist?
You could try.
Okay, I'll try to say, is this the world egg?
And he says, the other him says, the other you says to you, I sure hope not. And he says, who are you? What foul magic is this?
Are you casting a spell?
I would say that. I'm you after the battle with Roose Ball.
And he says, no, I'm me after the battle with Roose Ball.
Alright, well, I never shaved, so it's definitely not me.
and he says, and I haven't had a beard since I first started to grow. Who are you? What trick is this? Who cast it? And then it stops. The thing stops, and your hands come off of the sphere.
I'll apologize and just say, I'm sorry, I thought I knew what this was. Hashtag, I'm sorry, I thought you knew. But, yeah. That's it.
What is it?
I don't know, but it's not what I thought it was.
Is it safe?
I don't think I've harmed me.
I'm really
Or-
confused.
I don't think that. I don't
Are we
think
forming
it
an orderly
harmed-
queue, or how are we determining who touches it next?
Oh,
I'm
Koros,
just
you
doing
just go
it.
up and touch it. I don't think anyone will stop you.
I'm gonna jam that shit right into my veins.
Aridin,
Orb me.
when you reach over and touch it, you, for a minute, see an image. You don't see yourself across from it, but you do see a group in the distance, on the far side of the room. It's almost like sort of the from where you're standing, you touch it, and then just sort of a plane perpendicular to you across the dome appears, and you're seeing into something else across this plane, and you see a group that looks just like your party, but different. Each of them is subtly different.
Would you say it's very similar to those mirrors in that place with
Very similar to those
Ryza?
mirrors in that place. And everyone's just a little bit different.
You are saying.
What did Koros see?
Is Punk Arena there?
Punk Arena is there.
I like Punk Arena.
I like Punk Arena better than Evil Arena.
And after a moment, your hand starts to shake, and you're forced off of it again.
What about Koros?
Koros, are you going to run over and touch it too?
Oh, I'm
He
touching
said
the
ram-
orb.
You see the
They
same
ran that
image.
shit in my vein.
Okay.
It's us, but it's not us. It's like in the place. With the stuff with us that wasn't us. You know?
But we also were never in that place.
But
This
it was
whole world
real.
confuses me.
Everything in that not thing that happened was still a real thing. We just
It was
didn't
a real-
go there ourselves.
It was a real place.
What?
I mean, you're right. I'm very confused by the whole premise, to be honest. I'm beginning to side with Theoden. I don't think I like magic very much.
Rogar says, "This seems dangerous."
Hey, wait, what did Koros see?
I saw the same thing as Aridin.
Oh, lame.
Why does it seem dangerous?
And he says, Rooseball went to a great length to put this power into this orb. There was an eye appearing over the dome. Whatever it is, it can't be good.
I agree. Let's destroy it.
Well, it's powerful. It doesn't mean it can't be used for good. Let us
Okay,
take
Boromir.
Whatever, Boromir.
And he says, we could take it somewhere to destroy it. A forge, perhaps. Something of this immense power. Not going to melt
the
easily.
mountain at Islith.
The mountain at Islith.
If we know anything about Rogar, it's that he's good at blowing up durable ancient objects.
Did
I
Rogar not try to swing his axe at it?
The axe breaks. Yeah, no, straight
Well,
up.
cannot be destroyed.
I heartily agree with Rogar.
And he takes out a big ol' like a wool blanket. He throws it over the top of it, wraps it up,
Aye.
picks it up,
Cool.
and says, "I will take the orb to Islith."
Can I ask to be part of the honor guard to escort
You
him?
have my shield.
Of course.
And my hooves.
We're gonna go further into montage mode.
Okay.
And you all take the orb to Islith.
Sick, honor guard it up.
I grabbed Koros and I'm like, on my ass!
And there you cast it into the flames, into the volcano at Islith, and you see it melt away.
Wait, who's who? So, Rogar.
Clean-shaven Theo.
I think we were all mixing and matching different.
I don't even touch the orb for the record.
Yeah, that's fine. From there, you all along the way, you've been, orcs have been running away. A few, remaining orcish armies been fleeing to the north, back to where they came, and you hear news that as the orcish armies go north of Islith, back up to Itzel, dragons roaming the northern plateau, eating up orcs
Yay.
by the army load. You hear tales of a particular dragon rider, a dragonborn riding a black dragon, leading groups of dragons flying around in the north, just defeating orcs as they try and
Don,
flee.
you copy?
Yeah, does this dragonborn bear a
Yeah, it's
particular
Nadam.
descriptive resemblance?
It's Nadam.
Always trying to freaking one up us,
If
but
I
all
stand
right.
at the top of the mountain at Islith, do I have good reception?
Yeah. You get a hold of him, and he's like, "Yeah, it's me. I'm writing dragons. I'm dope,
Can you
and I
hear me
do
now?
You
dope
didn't
shit.
think we should all have a dragon?
Because I'm dope, and I do dope shit
Can we not like
or dope things." What did he
directly
say?
compare the fact that we had to fight worms and this bitch got to ride dragons? I feel like it's really not fair.
Well, he didn't get to kill Loose Ball.
Going
Yeah,
even
he didn't get to be covered in worms.
deeper
I
into
agree.
montage mode, over the next several months, you all are involved in the rebuilding of many of these cities. You're helping to make decisions and design and decide what to do with the treasury that you've built up from this war. Rebuilding Zengrada. Rebuilding all the cities in between. The construction has begun. And in Angate, a council is brought together.
In Angate?
In Angate, because that's the city
How
that's
many months post Roose Fall?
a few.
Okay,
I'd have to look at my calendar to do some math exactly.
like 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4 on that order.
Bring forth the staff. Burnham.
And at this council, the topic comes up of how the West will rule itself, because this was always a topic of much concern. And Nadam goes up there and he presents. So a few different people present ideas, and then Nadam gets up because he's back now. And he presents this idea he's had the whole time, the thing he's been selling to all of you and to everyone else. This independent kingdom in West Azemar that will be ruled, and he turns, not by one man, but by brothers, twins.
There's another set of twins in this setting?
And he starts, using this poetic, flowery language, because this is what Nadam does, and he refers to the two of you as Yuran and Galan by the names of your elder spirits. And he says that, these spirits from beyond came, and they chose these two to lead the armies, to save the West Azemar, and to lead them to Zengrada, and now to lead these people. You've seen how important they've been in rebuilding. The people look to them for leadership. And that is my proposal.
Did he tell you about this?
I mean, I thought he was just making stuff up, like to make fun of us.
What if
me
we
too.
tried democracy?
Everyone laughs.
Oh, get out the peasants! Get out!
That guy whose name I am blanking on and cannot find in my notes, who led all the
Edmure stands up and goes, "What about me?"
Sit down, Uncle.
he says, remember when he first met you, he was like, the Eldris brothers. He said he comes out in full support of the proposal.
I thought I said he's there.
And he says, the people will support this immensely. The people love the Eldris brothers, Iran and Galan.
Boom.
Rogar says, you've been good friends to me. You helped me restore my empire. It's only fair that I return the favor.
I wasn't aware that we were missing an empire, but I appreciate
Kingdom,
it.
rather, he says. But yeah.
Empire's pretty cool too.
We should rename it Eldrazamar.
We should rename it.
Someone suggests the name Uranibor. And that the capital city will be a rebuilt Zengrada, a greater city than it was before, Galandor. Uran and Galan.
I don't know, I like the sound of Eldrazamar. Choose Eldrazamar, that one's really good.
Burnham, I don't know how to break this to you,
The
but you've got a
timeline
very
is-
distinctive accent. We can tell it's you.
No, that was
No,
Matt.
this
There's a lot of dwarves here.
There's other dwarves.
The other thing, and there's a little bit of hand waving here, is that this staff of Rooseball, Burnham, you've been studying it. You've worked with some of the the arcane mages to study it. Rogar has sent some of his top people to study it, and it appears completely inert. Like all of its power left when Roospaul did.
This thing's useless. It's not even a focus.
As such, at some point, Rogar suggests that since it's such a symbol of power, it be used as a symbol. Because with two brothers leading, people are going to say, well, who's in charge? What's the deal? And he suggests king and staff. Two, co-equal leaders in charge of different pieces of government, but leading together.
Lily's already got the crown on.
I have a tiara somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
Over the next few months, they make preparations. There's a big old coronation here in the temple mostly to Lathander, but also to some other gods. Right here in Angate, with this beautiful view, northward-facing view, with the rising sun. There's a coronation. Everyone in the city, people from far and wide, come to see the coronation of the first kings of Uranabor, the king and staff, Euron and Galan, Theo and Aridin Eldris.
Wow.
Nobody cheer for us or anything.
I feel like I'm in so much shock that I just make this face the whole time.
With that, you guys are a bit overwhelmed, but the duties that you were doing before continue. You're rebuilding. You're working with architects for this design for Galandor. They're going to rebuild pieces of the wall that was built because it is this massive, beautiful structure. They're going to remove all of these evil runes and channels. They're going to build you guys this awesome palace on the top, this dome in the center.
Can we downscale the palace though?
Yes.
Understand.
More modest.
At some point, I'd like to thank Rogar and Nadam and tell them that we'll try and do our best.
Nadam says, I'll be here to help. I'll make sure.
I'd rather that we have a small homestead that is in the middle of a fortified area, a very large smithery, and then a lot of public housing.
Absolutely.
You're going to get along great with the dwarves. They respect the working stuff.
Yeah.
During your coronation, your mom was just over there clapping. I'm so proud.
Dude, I know. I feel like my mom must be flipping out.
And then at the end of this, you guys have been working. Galandor is still under construction. A lot of the other towns and cities are being rebuilt at a slower pace. You all receive not even a sending spell, a written letter delivered by Raven from Zavarin. In his letter, he congratulates you.
What are you up to?
On your coronation.
Demon.
He says he hopes that now that you've quelled the orcs, that you will return to Azai, to return to him the mages that he lent you. And he mentions that a certain project that you helped him with is nearing completion, and he would like you to see the fruits of his labor.
You mean the project where we put that city in this disc?
Mm-hmm. That project.
That project?
Mm-hmm.
The secret.
I'm going to assume, since we didn't give the mages back, that we've been using them to make all the rebuilding a lot faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're not a library book. They can walk back.
I'm teaching them the ways, the magic mason ways. I'm very good at that. That's actually my profession.
They've absolutely they've used their Hydrolon Dark, and now they have almost the same abilities as dwarves, this magic shaping ability, and it's been really, really helpful.
Here's my spell book. Here's my spell book. Here's my spell book.
And we can send
Brandon's just Xeroxing all day.
out to other cities and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been great.
My spell book is a stone tablet that I summon forth little figures from. So I'm like, copy this down, and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've got
It's three-dimensional.
plumbing.
It'll never
It's
catch
gonna
on.
be big.
Pretty radical.
Oh yeah, you mean when you build your city over an aquifer and a couple holes down?
Yeah.
Lasts 1,000 years.
Yeah, it's flawless.
All right, and with that, you guys assemble your things and begin to travel east to Azai,
Okay.
because Zavarin has asked you to visit.
And we look great.
And as heads of
Feels
state,
distressingly familiar.
you think it might be good to maybe, I don't know, meet with the Emperor and be like, yo, we're cool, right? Those sorts of things, Nadam suggests.
Can we do it in like a casual, nice vest, but not like ermine situation?
Yeah, totally.
And we also bring nice gifts.
I was
Totally.
thinking I'd just skywrite.
Just send him the Imperial Regalia. He'll get the
Just says
picture.
on our way.
Sorry.
Be there
the
in
magic.
10.
Sorry about the magic. All right. And as you guys arrive outside of Azai, Zavarin is there to meet you.
Great.
And you realize that it is approaching the time of descent. Or actually, it is the beginning of descent. Descent being the opposite of ascent. It is the time when the seat of government in Azai for Azemar goes below ground to the Undercity.
Didn't that just happen?
Ascent
We had
happened.
Ascent?
You guys were there for
Oh.
ascent.
Yeah, it's half
6 months
year
later.
and then half year. So twice a year there's a big event.
Got you.
I feel like it's helpful if you think of it like solstice and
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
Other solstice.
other solstice. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. They're like
Equinox?
the solstices.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
the
want to say
solstices are
equinox
6
because that's
months
the
apart.
quarter. Yeah,
And the equinoxes are 6 months apart.
yeah.
They're 6 months apart from each other.
Take your pick.
So it's solstices.
Yeah.
Solstice?
They're more like where the solstices. They actually are right by the solstice. Because they're in winter and in
Oh, nailed it.
spring/summer. Zevran greets you out and he says, I hope you're prepared to see something amazing.
Every day.
And you see he gestures to the right and to the left. And you see, you didn't notice them at first, but just in the distance, spaced around the city, mages. Everyone maybe a couple 100 feet apart, and they're all holding these staves. As he gestures out, they all they smash them down, and then a few seconds later, they do it again. And actually, they're doing it in a syncopated pattern. So what happens is it goes in a circle around the city.
Did we warn them about the Dendar situation?
Nope.
As you start to whisper at that, Zavarin lifts the amulet up. It opens up. You see this wisp of magic. This whole city seems to move and shift, and then erupting out of the ground through the holes, Dendar. Erupting out from the Undercity, wrapping itself around the spiral. And you see Zavarin, it's just this holy shit look on his face. He's like, what? And he says, no, and he shouts something out in Azemar and Elvish. The mages stop, they turn, the circle starts going in the other direction, and you see a giant protective dome being lifted over the city. And as it's reaching up over the city, you see that Dendar is swirling around the tower, reaching towards the top right as the dome closes, and everything inside the city freezes.
Including Dendar?
Including Dendar. The color is drained from the city and everything is frozen still in black and white. And behind you, there's a moment of silence and you hear... And you turn around and you see Vizerin Devere walking
Who
towards
invited
you.
our ex?
I just want to say I am comforted by the confirmation that Vizerin and Zavarin are probably two different people. Because we did not talk enough about this whole campaign about how their names are literally anagrams.
That's true.
Zavrin's with an X.
I've been holding on to that one for a while.
Zavarin is with an X, but yes.
No, but it
Not
doesn't
realize
sound
that,
like
though.
it. Phonetically, they sound like anagrams.
That's what he's hiding. My name is spelled with a Z.
Like, so Zavarin and Vizerin do bear some similarities, but are distinct people.
It'll blow my mind. You're right.
And Vizerin says, "Excellent work, Zavarin." And Zavarin's, "What did you do?" And he says, "Oh, what I did? No, no, no." And he gestures over to Eridan and Irina. And Zevran turns, and Zevran like falls to his knees. But the Emperor, Exterios. And he says, "Oh, safe for now, as you see. But something much more important is in that city, and it will be mine." And you see Vizarin,
See?
right? Turns into a cloud, zips forward into the city, and zips between the buildings through the protective shield into the frozen city and continues onward.
Can we
Counter
opportunity
spell?
attack that bitch as he do this?
Burnham, you can attempt to counterspell.
Legendary save.
He chooses to succeed.
Can I opportunity attack?
You can swing at the mist. It is immune to damage.
Now, is this a Strahd situation?
This is different from a
Yeah.
Strahd situation.
I don't know. I heard
Say
miss.
that you built in a counter to the Strahd situation after the Strahd situation.
Perhaps. And Zevran turns to you and says, "I don't know what he's after, but you have to stop him. You have to save the city."
But snack.
Another
All
day,
right.
another
Can you
Dendar.
try to make that snake not exist while we do that? Thanks.
And he says, "That would be great."
No, I said, can you do that?
He says, "I will do my best, but it's taking all of my energy to hold this shield around the city."
Can't you like find more energy? Isn't that your fucking job?
And he says, "It was your job to deliver me the amulet. And you let Vizarin do something to it."
That wasn't even me, dude.
That might-
Sorry, Erden.
That did happen, though.
What do you mean
Like
it
you-
wasn't you?
I
don't
my fault.
remember this.
I'm the only one that was there. My friend, he jumped into a snake mouth. It just all went to hell. Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot until now. I've been busy.
Did you warn them about Dendar?
Who jumped into a snake mouth?
Pharaoh.
And he says, "It's more than that. That it was hidden. I looked in and I saw the city of Mesro. Clean, clear, totally fine."
That is not how we left Mesro.
And he says, and he pulls out the amulet again, and he's for a moment his head, he's holding a lot of energy through him right now, and he looks at the amulet, and he says, "A trick." And he turns, and he can now see. As soon as he turns it, you guys looking into it, you see the image of the broken Mesro, as he dispels whatever was there. And he said, "It was so simple, I didn't even see it."
All right, I'm just gonna walk into this shit and try to fix it.
And he says, "The other Irina was serving Vizarin. She touched the amulet, did she not?"
That would be the arena that was there.
Mm-hmm.
That would be.
He closes the amulet.
Is this when you guys went to go get massages?
Yeah. It wasn't me, Arena. It was Evil Arena there.
Right.
He says, "You must save the city. You must stop Vizarin. I don't know what he's after, but it can't be good. Be careful. I know not what lurks now in the city. What
Probably a huge snake.
machinations of Dendar could create around."
Probably a huge snake.
Maybe a couple tiny snakes.
He says, "Go quickly. You don't have much time."
Yeah. All right, we're going.
Maybe a bunch of really tiny snakes like worms.
And with that, you guys head towards the shield of the city. A small portion of it opens to allow you to enter. And as you enter, it closes behind you. And that's where I'm going to leave you all this week. I hope you had a good session. Viewers, thank you for tuning in. Please do comment on the video, message the page, give us your feedback, let us know what you think. My players, please do send me your rose, thorn, bud. That is the thing you liked, the thing you didn't like, and the thing you are looking forward to. With that, we are 2 episodes away from the series finale. We've got next week and then the week after, so that is the, the 12th? And then the 19th. The 19th will be the series finale for Princes.
And not the British series.
No, American series finale. So be sure to tune in. We'll see you then. Bye-bye now.
Bye. Next week.
Did you want to say bye?
Fucking Dendar.